SOFI 2012 reports that there are 870 million people in the world that are hungry, of which 852 million people in the developing countries. In percentage terms, that means 12.5% of the world population is hungry, and the corresponding percentage is 15% for the developing countries. Hunger is still unacceptably high. SOFI 2012 reports stronger progress in reducing world hunger than previously thought. In essence, the percent of hungry people in the developing countries has been reduced from about 23.2 to about 15% today. And the number of hungry people has also been reduced substantially more than we thought in the past. This is a sign of progress. The report shows that economic growth is necessary for a sustainable and sustained progress in reducing hunger and malnutrition. However, it also finds that is not sufficient, that first, growth should involve and be geared towards the poor people, that the governments should use the additional revenues from economic growth to put targeted measures to help people that are hungry. The SOFI 2012 uses a methodology that uses the latest available data and also progress in the availability of household surveys, which we use to estimate some of the parameters in calculating hunger. First, we use population estimates, updated population estimates from the latest year back to 1992. Second, we use better estimates of the amount of food available in a country and hence of the caloric availability for a country for the whole period again. Then we use a better way to estimate how the calories, how is the food distributed in the population. And that's a very important parameter in order to accurately estimate hunger. Then we also use a new way to calculate when a person is undernourished. That is, what is the threshold number of calories that a person can take in order to be considered as being able to perform light activity. And finally, for the first time, we calculate the losses of food in the distribution chain, that is from the production to the household. As we said in SOFI 2010, the 1 billion figure was probably an overestimate. And why was it an overestimate? At the time, there were two things coming together. One was high prices in the many developing countries that continued from the price crisis of 2008, and also an economic crisis, the effects of which we were not exactly sure what would be in the developing countries. So those things had to be projected or estimated. It turns out that our estimates, which we got from other international organizations, of the potential impacts of the crisis were more than actually the effects of the crisis itself. That's one reason. Second, we know now that several governments took preventive action to reduce the impact either of high prices or of the economic crisis on their most vulnerable populations. So those actions could not be foreseen in the beginning. FAO has the mandate and the responsibility to bring to its membership and the world community in general figures on hunger that reflect the latest progress in methodology and the latest available data. So improving the way we calculate hunger, which is not something that was done in a short period of time, It should enhance our credibility, and it should also enhance the credibility of the data which we report. The methodology we use has been discussed in various fora, both political and scientific. So we have collected for the last 2 years a lot of views and opinions which helped us to improve it. That's something that an international organization should actually do. In this report, we believe that both economic growth and agricultural growth, which is very important for hunger reduction, should be nutrition sensitive. That is, agricultural development strategies should integrate nutrition in order to improve not just the caloric intake of people, but also the nutritional content of what they eat, of their diets. This is very important because there are billions of people in this world that may take enough calories but are not taking enough nutrients. And there are also billions that are overweight, even in the developing countries. There are immediate measures that have to be taken to improve the position of the very poor and hungry people. And social protection is key for this. Various programs, whether they are food distribution programs or cash distribution programs or special programs for the vulnerable people that have immediate effect, are important. In the report, we have evidence to show that social protection is not just an act of charity, it's an important investment in growth. The progress in reducing the percentage of hungry people can be broken down in 2 periods. In the period from early 90s till 2007, there's been a continuous reduction in the percentage of hungry people in the developing countries. However, this progress flattens out post-2007, possibly as a result of slower economic growth or the price situation. If we can bring back with additional effort the progress to the trends before 2007, we will come very close to meeting the MDG 1. So it's not automatic. We have to make additional effort.